Okay, so imagine this for a moment. A machine built by human hands leaves Earth, crosses planets, defies expectations, and keeps going until it reaches the edge of everything we call home. This isn't just a story about space. It's a story about how wrong we've been, again and again, about the universe we thought we understood. Number 10. The first asteroid belt crossing. In 1972, Pioneer 10 did something no spacecraft had ever done. It aimed straight for the asteroid belt, a region scientists once believed was a chaotic storm of rock, dense, violent, unavoidable. From Earth, it looked like a barrier, a cosmic minefield stretching hundreds of millions of miles. There was real fear at NASA, because if they were wrong, Pioneer 10 wouldn't survive long enough to prove it. No shields, no evasive systems, no second chances. And then it entered the build, and something unexpected happened. Nothing. No impacts, no chaos, just silence. The asteroids weren't crowded at all. They were separated by distances so vast that hitting one was almost impossible. What looked like a wall was actually emptiness. That moment changed everything because it revealed something deeper than just the structure of the solar system. It revealed a pattern that distance can deceive us, that what looks dangerous from afar might be almost nothing up close. And every mission that followed, Voyager, Cassini, New Horizons, only exists because Pioneer 10 proved that fear was an illusion. Number 9. Jupiter's hidden rings. For centuries, humanity studied Jupiter, from Galileo Galilei in 1610 to the most advanced telescopes on Earth. And still, we missed something enormous. In 1979, Voyager 1 revealed it by accident, a faint arc of light, a structure no one expected. Jupiter had rings, not bright like Saturn's, not obvious, but there, invisible to us for over 300 years, not because they were small, but because they were dark, thin, dust-like, absorbing light instead of reflecting it. They were always there, we just couldn't see them. And that's what makes this discovery unsettling, because it wasn't about better technology, it was about perspective. From Earth, we saw nothing. From space, we saw everything. Which raises a quiet question. How much of reality is hidden simply because we're looking from the wrong place? Number 8. Uranus and the Broken Rules. When Voyager 2 reached Uranus in 1986, it confirmed something strange. The planet doesn't spin like the others. It rolls, tilted 98 degrees, a world lying on its side. But the real mystery was the consequence. Entire hemispheres spend 42 years in sunlight and 42 years in darkness. Generations are born, live, and die without ever seeing night or day. And then it flips. Voyager 2 found something even stranger. The magnetic field was completely misaligned, shifted, distorted, as if something had violently disrupted the planet's interior. The leading theory? A massive collision. But the evidence doesn't fully agree, because Uranus's moons still orbit in perfect alignment, as if the system rebuilt itself after something catastrophic. We don't know how. We don't know why. We only know this. Something happened to Uranus that we still can't explain. Number 7. Triton, the impossible moon. When Voyager 2 reached Neptune's moon Triton, scientists expected silence, a frozen world, dead, unchanged. Instead, they found activity, geysers, erupting nitrogen gas in a place so cold it should be impossible. At nearly minus 391 degrees Fahrenheit, nothing should move, nothing should happen. And yet, plumes rose miles into the sky, carrying dark material across the surface, reshaping it, rewriting it. And then there's its orbit. Triton moves backwards, against Neptune's rotation, the only large moon that does, which means it doesn't belong there. It was captured. pulled in from deep space. But the physics of that capture don't fully make sense. So we're left with something unsettling. A moon that shouldn't be active is alive. A moon that shouldn't be there exists. And a story we still don't understand. Number 6. Pluto, the living fossil that isn't. In 2015, New Horizons arrived at Pluto, a place we thought we understood, a frozen relic, a dead world, unchanged for billions of years. But Pluto had other plans. Its surface was young, shockingly young, smooth plains with no craters, which means they had been recently renewed. Glaciers of nitrogen ice flowing slowly, mountains floating like icebergs, and beneath it all, evidence of something even more surprising, a possible ocean, liquid water, hidden under layers of ice. But here's the problem. Pluto is too small. It shouldn't have heat. It should have frozen solid billions of years ago. And yet, something inside it is still active, still moving, still shaping the surface. We don't know what that something is, but we know it's there. Number 5. Neptune's impossible winds. When Voyager 2 passed Neptune, it measured something that shouldn't exist: winds moving faster than the speed of sound, on the coldest planet, the one receiving the least energy from the sun. According to everything we understand, that shouldn't happen. Less sunlight means less energy. Less energy means weaker winds. But Neptune breaks that rule completely. Its atmosphere moves with violent force. Storms the size of Earth appear and disappear in just a few years, which means something deeper is happening. Neptune isn't powered by the sun. It's powered from within, radiating more energy than it receives. But the source of that energy remains unknown, and that's the unsettling part, because it means even now we don't fully understand what powers entire worlds. Number 4. Io, the most violent place in the solar system. Then there's Io, a moon that shouldn't be special, and yet it's the most volcanically active place we know. Hundreds of volcanoes, erupting constantly, reshaping the entire surface again and again. No craters, no stability, just continuous destruction and renewal. The reason? Jupiter. Its gravity stretches Io, pulling it apart over and over, generating heat from friction, enough heat to melt rock, to create oceans of magma, to keep the entire moon in a permanent state of eruption. Io isn't just active, it's trapped, locked in a cycle it can't escape. Number 3. Europa and the possibility of life. Another moon of Jupiter, Europa, looks quiet, frozen, silent. But beneath that ice, there's strong evidence of an ocean, a deep global ocean possibly containing more water than Earth, hidden under a thick shell of ice. And that changes everything, because where there is liquid water, there is potential, not certainty, but possibility. Europa has energy, heat from tidal forces, chemical interactions, and time, all the ingredients we believe life needs, which means something profound. Life might not be rare, it might just be hidden. Number 2. The pale blue dot. In 1990, Voyager 1 turned around for one last image at the request of Sir L. Sagan, and what it captured changed everything. Earth, seen from nearly 4 billion miles away, a single pixel, a pale blue dot. Everything you've ever known, every person, every story, every moment in history, compressed into something almost invisible. No borders, no divisions, no importance, just a tiny point floating in darkness. It didn't give us new data, but it gave us something else: perspective. And finally, number 1, the edge of the solar system. And finally, the moment we crossed the line. In 2012, Voyager 1 left the solar system, entering interstellar space, the region between stars, where the sun's influence ends and the galaxy begins. The transition was sudden. The solar wind disappeared. Cosmic radiation surged.
The environment changed completely, and what it found out there didn't match our models. The density was different, the magnetic fields unexpected, the structure unfamiliar. Even at the edge of our own system, we were wrong. Voyager 1 is still out there, traveling through the dark, carrying a message from Earth, a record of who we are. And one day, it will go silent. But it won't stop. It will keep drifting for thousands, millions of years, long after we're gone. The most unsettling part isn't what we've discovered, it's how often we've been wrong. How every time we get closer, the universe becomes stranger. And remember, the universe doesn't reveal its secrets to those who rush. It reveals them to those who know how to look. Subscribe and keep listening to the silence.